Welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name is Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics. Today we're reading Batman and Robin.
Whew.
And I want to say, right off the bat, this is the worst Red Hood I've ever fucking seen. It's my favorite character. It's awful. Grant Morrison is a legend, but fuck him for this fucking Red Hood. It's awful. I don't like it.
I'll take a little blame for that. Last week we got to do my favorite universe,
Which was weird because you recommended the Batman book, and I recommended
and
Star
you're right.
Wars
So
book.
this week Talmadge gets to have his universe, and right off the bat, when I first saw Red Hood, I sat there and went, "You've got to be fucking kidding!"
Like, this is the shittiest Red Hood I've ever seen. And I don't even know. I don't think this was the first iteration of when Jason Todd came back from the dead. But it just sucks.
No,
and,
because if it
and the little line of, he made me dye my hair black to look more like Grayson. And this white streaks from the Lazarus pit. Fuck off. He wasn't a redhead.
yeah, they don't even make him a redhead now, do they?
No.
Yeah.
No, he has black. All the Robins have black hair. They all look the same.
It was a fucking weird story.
Yeah.
So, the whole thing that started it was,
Well,
I've
hold
been
on,
wanting to
let's
do.
credit some people.
Oh, fine. We can run some credits.
You doing it?
Yeah, I've got it written down, ready to roll.
All
You
right,
got to turn
cool.
on the electronics.
Have fun. Grant Morrison wrote it. I know
So
that.
again, we got some Batman and Robin, Batman Reborn, copyright 2010, writer Grant Morrison, artist Frank Quitely, Philip Tan with Jonathan Glapian, color Alex Sinclair and Pete Pentazis, Pantazis, and letters Patrick Barroso. So let's hear it.
You all read the book. We don't have to do the story. That Red Hood sucked.
So
You want a good Red Hood, go read the New 52 run, and I hear the Rebirth run is pretty good. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, though.
yeah, the Outlaws.
Yeah, Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Which Red Hood and Outlaws did we do? We do the New
We did,
52 or
yeah,
Rebirth?
the very
New 52 one?
New 52.
Which was kind of
Volume
so-so.
1. That book is awesome. Fuck you. Fuck you, Davis. No, and then I don't know how I feel about it. I haven't watched the Titans. It always looked like
It looks
too
edgy.
It looks
it's just,
super cheap, to be honest.
it really does.
I've heard there like people who really love it. I haven't given it a shot, but that one also just looks bad. His helmet looks terrible. But while we were on the topic of bad Red Hoods, that helmet looks awful. But
it looks like a pill.
yeah.
It's just a red pill.
Are you talking about the comic? I'm talking about Titans, the TV show.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this.
No, that helmet is based off of the one. There is the backstory, which I used to not acknowledge, which is funny because it's what the Red Hood is based off of. But that ties into, because I like my Joker without a backstory,
right?
because it makes him more mysterious and creepy
Right.
and stuff. But the backstory that Red Hood was founded on was that the Joker was a failed comedian turned thief called the Red Hood, and that pill-looking helmet is what he wore. And it got stuck on his face when Batman was chasing him, and that's when he fell into the vat of chemicals.
Which then made the
Made him
Joker.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay.
But that's an homage to that.
Yeah. So in picking this, I like the idea of the Damian Wayne.
You wanted
Robin.
the Batman and Son that was more recent.
I guess that's what I was looking for.
But that was going to be like a two-parter because it was 12 issues.
Yeah, it was 12 issues, and it looked really good, and you were really going to get the story of Damian Wayne, his mother, being the grandson of Ra's al Ghul, being Batman's son. But if you want that, hit us up. That'll be a two-parter in 1 month, maybe.
Probably.
So I was just kind of going through the chronological because, you got Damian Wayne that's in the Teen Titans, but he's 13 already in the Teen Titans because that's when he becomes a teen. You've got some others with his dad, but he's already been indoctrinated into the Batman world.
Oh yeah.
So I was wanting something a little early in his timeline, and I picked this because it was shorter and it was good. Or it looked good.
It was free on Comixology.
That too. didn't realize that we were showing up to a world minus Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
Dick Grayson Batman,
Yeah, I knew this happened.
Damian Wayne being 10, and
I knew this happened at some point, and at some point, I think it leads to. It might have been after this, or, after Battle for the Cowl or whatever.
yeah.
Which maybe not, because that also had Red Hood in it, and he became his own version of Batman. Unless this is what it was supposed to be, which this sucked.
Yeah.
But now that
Talk about the whole story or just Red Hood alone?
the Red Hood part,
Okay.
Professor Pig, he is legit the only Batman villain that still creeps me out.
So he is known.
Oh yeah,
Because again,
I think he wasn't very well known until the Arkham games. He got put in one of those, and then he started popping up more and more. But yeah, he is still like,
dude, he creeped me out. He creeped me out. He gave me the
because he tries
Texas
to
Chainsaw Massacre feel.
He tries to take the ugly out of people,
but he just makes them ugly.
Yeah,
puts these masks on their face with acid that fuses to their face.
Yeah, no. Professor Pig still creeps me out, but I mean, good Batman villain.
He was cool. I mean, the idea of that the mask also has a chemical that takes over the person's mind.
Yeah.
And they become his servants is cool. It has that cool villainy feel.
But when I saw it was going to be him, I was like, fuck, this is going to be a good Batman story, but I don't want to read him. He is the creepiest Batman villain. I don't...
And the Red Hood did actually take a lot out of this for me.
No, it sucked.
He's not the Red Hood I've known out of the few comics we've read. He was this...
Hashtag not my Red Hood. Not my Jason Todd.
He was just a little bitch.
I don't know. He was just like... He was acted like he was treated like the redheaded stepchild. Like it was...
Oh, they definitely played into that one pretty hard then.
It was just like... there's always been... Red Hood always has been okay with killing people, but it was never like... This was like a bloodlust, and then weird...
Justice for justice sake.
Yeah, and just weird, like, wanted to be pseudo, like, famous online and stuff, and wanted to become the new Batman. It was never that. It was always like... He always killed to spite Batman, and like he was like, I'm doing what you could never do because you not being able to kill Joker is what created me, and stuff like that. And this is just like, I don't know, he's like, I want to be the new Batman and I'll fucking kill whoever I got to do it.
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know.
And then I've liked the Dick Grayson as Batman before, and in this he was good.
I did like the dynamic of not only to him not feeling worthy of being Batman, but then like also the dynamic of like, oh, I have this really asshole kid who is probably
extremely asshole kid,
who is probably more qualified to do it than I am.
Yeah,
just
at 10.
Just doesn't have the experience that I do,
or the unbloodlust from growing up with the Ra's al Ghul
with the League of Shadows.
There we go.
Stuff like that. And the only reason why I'm in charge is because I'm older. He hasn't grown into his body. He also just doesn't have like the reps and experience to be Batman yet.
Right.
Because at one point he's like, Dick Grayson's having to teach him the detective part, and he's like, I don't need to know the detective part. I'll just go beat whoever I need to beat.
Yeah.
And that gets him into fucking trouble.
Right. He gets the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the extravagantly pink flamingo?
I thought it was kind of a cool character. They definitely like just, I don't know, threw him away. Like it could have been.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's gone. I mean, they didn't find his body in the bottom, so that's telltale he's coming back in comics.
Yeah. But it definitely could have been cool.
The outfit,
I don't know,
and just I don't know. It just didn't seem to fit the idea that he was this.
A super flamboyant, but maniacally, not even maniacally. I wouldn't have made him like this crazy person who doesn't talk and just got turned crazy by like some mob that killed his family, and then they basically just point and he goes and kills. I would have been like, someone killed his family, and he ever since like one gang killed his family, the other gang like convinced him that it was that gang or whatever, and ever
Yeah.
since then he's been like just this
Yeah, true.
unstoppable killing
Yeah.
machine, but he's also just extremely flamboyant.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you could have like done this really cool cross between like this stone cold killer and super flamboyant dude, who just likes the color pink apparently.
Yeah.
But
I was expecting when they were talking about him being, I was expecting somebody like the rich guy that has shown up in this.
Oh, the author apparently. Yeah, they
Yeah.
seemed like they were going somewhere with that, but didn't get far. But he wrote some book that pissed off a bunch of
yeah.
people. I forgot.
Mango,
It wasn't like a
Mango.
big chunk of this story.
No, but they
you could
made
tell
a
they were
big-
leading. Yeah, they were leading into something.
Oberon Sexton,
Yeah,
Gravedigger.
yeah, that was weird. I don't know what's that.
I was
about.
expecting the Flamingo to be his Joker.
Yeah,
just
that'd been
just
cool.
the kind of the way they were setting it up.
They might get there.
And I mean, and you've got Oberon who wore like his suit out in public because his face was scarred and shit.
Yeah,
all in black.
Mm.
And then you turn to Flamingo being all in pink and flamboyant and chains and
that would have been cool.
coat. I was thinking, I don't know, it was cool, but
how weird. I also wasn't a fan of how they drew the Batmobile in this.
dude, it
looked weird.
Looked like a 2-year-old's.
You could tell
like-
this was definitely pre
water
yeah.
toy.
You could definitely tell this was pre New 52.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Early on, I had a note. The art looked a lot like the boys. You
Yeah,
remember
it
the art
did.
style
It
of the
did look
boys,
a lot like the boys.
who was the boys late 90s or early thousands,
I think early thousands.
and this was 2010. So it seemed like they were trying to draw back on that
It could have been the same guy
80s
for all I
and
know.
90s art style that.
This is also the collected. Well, no. Damian Wayne went in around early 2000s.
No,
so
this
yeah.
is
He
because I
definitely
read a
could've
little bit of the pre-story. This is like the one I wanted us to read was Damian Wayne's introduction.
Oh, okay.
This story was written back in the 80s, I believe it was, but without Damian Wayne. It was Dick Grayson's first attempt at Batman.
Oh.
And I read it, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it was a failed comic. No one liked it, and so they readapted it and brought Damian in to add a new layer of dynamic to it.
I don't know. I did like that dynamic, like the shitty little brother who doesn't want to listen, and then the older brother who's having to like. Now he's in charge of the family, but
yeah,
that was an interesting aspect.
I kind of liked reading that better than I would have Bruce being there.
Oh,
but again, the couple comics I've read with Bruce being there is still Bruce juggling the line of, is he my son or is he my sidekick?
I was kind of excited it was a Dick Grayson one though, because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like the Batman v Superman movie I didn't like. Extended cut that they finally put on DVD was good,
but they put it
but
they
the
put it in the
theatrical
right order.
Yeah, theatrical cut was shitty. And then the whole Justice League didn't work out, and now we're getting some new Batman, and then
but it's
the
not
Flash
supposed
movie
to be continuity.
Yeah, the Flash like the Flashpoint movie where all the Batmans. I don't know about all the Batmans. I don't think they can get all the Batmans, but a lot of the old Batmans are supposed to be coming. That I'm looking forward to, but I don't know. I was kind of Batmaned out, so I was happy. I have been for a while. And I'm also Jokered out.
Everybody wants their spin on Joker.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was happy it was the Dick Grayson one because I was like, okay, something different.
Now, with Batman coming out, this new Batman, where he's younger, and
it looks more like year.
It's gonna be year one.
Yeah, I think it's based around year one, but then there was also a Scott Snyder Riddler story that was like year 0. So I don't know. But I don't think year 1 was the Riddler.
But with Flashpoint coming and already one of the Batmans confirmed, The 80s Batman.
Oh,
The one that's Vulture now.
yeah, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Already been confirmed for Flashpoint.
Mm-hmm.
How does that stack up knowing that Spider-Man was able to
they're
hide
gonna
it?
have to hit
That
that out
Spider-Man
of
was able to
fucking-
hide it. Everyone knew it was coming, but it wasn't confirmed. There was no leaks. There were no...
I don't think you get
everything.
the casual audience. That was the best / worst kept secret Spider-Man.
Of course.
Like everybody
because
knew it was
it
gonna
was
happen.
coming, but at the same time, everyone was sitting there going,
But
okay, there isn't a picture of
there was nothing official
of them in their suits
Yeah.
on set. There was
We don't
no
even pictures of them on set.
That's what I mean. There was nothing
If
of
it-
them on set.
know,
There was no leak to go, oh, well, there's your answer.
You know, if the guy who played Dr. Octopus hadn't slipped up, we probably wouldn't have
we
known.
probably wouldn't have known Doc Ock.
We probably wouldn't have known at all what this movie was about until.
That
the
first,
first
trailer,
trailer.
when his
And if-
when his arm comes over.
And if that leak wouldn't have happened, we don't even know if that would have been the trailer we got. It could have all just been.
It could have been them and Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
It
and
could
that
have just
one,
been the multiverse.
and
side
that would have
of it.
been the. I think they were always going to do it, but I think that would have been like all we would have known going into it.
Oh God.
Yeah, imagine
Could
the
you
surprise
imagine?
end.
Yeah.
It was already amazing knowing it was going to happen.
But then sitting there going,
Yeah.
okay,
no.
are they going to bring the other two Spider-Man in? But that's what I'm saying is now that we know that Flashpoint's coming,
I
you're
think
going to get a different Batman.
Michael Keaton will be there. It wouldn't. I forget who else played him.
George Clooney.
George Clooney. But then there was one guy
Um,
with Michael Keaton. It was some. I can see his face, but it's not like a very well known actor.
but you got Clooney, you've got
Bale. And
Bale, but
Affleck.
he'll never come back.
I don't think Bale's coming.
And
Affleck has already been on the record as like he didn't want to do any more Batman.
yeah, they said somebody had to talk him out of had to talk him into even doing the last Justice League movie because he wanted
The
out so
reshoots?
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he wanted out so
For
bad,
this- I think he only did it to like make Zack Snyder happy.
which is understandable because they
for the
fucked
Snyder
they
cut.
fucked that man up.
Yeah, no.
I still
And
haven't watched that.
the Snyder cut.
Yeah, I still haven't even watched it.
It's not bad. I mean, the hard part is like cutting out 4 hours, but of your day. Like it's gonna be
Because it's one big movie. No,
Yeah.
well, it's just one big
Like,
movie.
if you think-
or they do it in four
no,
parts.
it's one big movie. Like if you and your wife sit down and like, hey, we're gonna watch this tonight. Don't sit down at like
8:00.
don't 7 o'clock. Like you need to be
Like get in the seat.
you
eat
need to be
dinner, and
turning it on at like 5.
God.
And like have your like food order already ready like on the way, and
Jesus.
because then you'll be done by like 9 and heck can go to bed at like a right time.
Wow.
So but yeah, I think the worst thing to happen to that Flash movie is coming after
Of Homecoming.
yeah,
No Way Home. Far From Home. No Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. It's Homecoming.
Yeah.
Far From Home. No Way Home.
Yeah,
Because
like
because we knew when they announced Flash
they
a
DC
year
had,
ago.
DC was like, yeah, we're gonna get as many Batman as we
Yeah,
can.
they up
Because I
front,
tell
they
you
up
right
front
now-
said this is Flashpoint. What they didn't say Flashpoint.
well,
But
yeah,
they're
that's
like
the
up
name of the
front,
movie. Yeah,
and they're like, we're gonna do this. We're bringing the Batman,
yeah.
and you got Spider-Man and Marvel sitting there knowing what they're doing because
Yeah.
it's already planned. They're sitting there
Yeah.
going, "You stupid motherfuckers,
Yeah, no.
we're about to screw
They were
y'all
like-
again."
We were like, at this point, I don't think we get a casual audience to come to see a Flash movie. What are we gonna do? Fucking ask Michael Keaton.
Yeah, get Keaton back.
Yeah,
Get as many Batmans.
yeah.
Get the 80s. Get the 90s.
I mean, of course, I'll go see it because I'm
Of
a
course,
sucker.
it's
But
yeah.
I just don't have like any trust in Warner Brothers.
They've
I think their
screwed-
track
they've
their
screwed
track
up.
record is like 1 out of
2.
every 3 movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
1 to 2 movies will be
So
good.
far, the only 2 movies to me, there's only 2 movies that I would go back and watch on a regular basis, and that's Wonder Woman '1,
Oh yeah, that
Aquaman
movie's
#1.
perfect.
Outside of that,
You haven't seen the new Suicide Squad? That movie.
No,
is
I haven't seen.
That's
that
on
one.
HBO Max. So you need to
Um,
sit down and watch that soon.
Well, and then they just did Mr. Peacemaker.
I watched that just came out this week of
Yeah.
recording. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I think 3 have come out at the first week. There's a sex scene in the first episode. Davis, I think I am attracted to white trash girls. And it's not I'm trying to remember in the episode.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
the one that turns into. It's not that big of a spoiler because we don't know exactly what's going on, but this turns out to be like some type of super like alien that tries to kill him after they have sex. But she has like the 80s big hair and is rocking like denim and like this tight turtleneck. And I was just like, holy shit, she's fucking hot.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what it is, but.
Oh, but yeah, there's no way.
Also, if you want to. If I don't know if we have any female listeners, if you're very attracted to John Cena, you'll like the show.
there's just no way DC can compete right now. If they want to compete, this is their chance.
Well, now that they have James Gunn,
Marvel is in a down, movie wise. It is in a little down because they've got to rebuild the worlds to figure out their next step.
With this multiverse stuff, though, I think we were all expecting like, okay, they have to kind of reset, but like, I think they're
having the TV
they have
shows.
They have us so used to like big event movies that I think that's what this string of No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, and Quantumania, I think those are going to be like the semi-big
Which one?
movies.
Who's running Quantumania?
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Oh,
Because they figured out time travel.
that is true.
And
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
I'm sure Hank Pym won't fuck that up somehow.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Paul Rudd will have to save his ass. But I think those are like smaller event movies that are just holding us over until we can get another Avengers.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the way the Marvel Universe started. You had Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. You had all that stuff.
Yeah, but like...
But these are still big enough.
They were hardly
like
ever...
where those were individual movies.
Yeah.
These are at least event movies.
Yeah.
Leading
but it's
to,
not like the entire Avengers
some,
cast. Yeah. It's not the entire Avengers cast. It's like, okay, you'll get Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Oh, and the other Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness is
You
going to
get
be
Wanda
and
Doctor Strange. I imagine Loki's going to show back up.
Probably.
And then you get Ant-Man and the Wasp. And
I'm sure someone will be in there with them.
Because I think now, I know people hate the streaming world right now, but streaming is the way of the future.
Oh, yeah.
I think Dish and DirecTV will be dead here shortly. And
I can't wait for Is it DirecTV? I can't wait for them to lose Sunday Ticket. Oh my god,
it's coming. There's no way they're going to hold on to it.
Their contract comes up sometime within the next like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, there's no way they can hold on to it with the way streaming is.
I hope they like don't tie it in with someone else. I hope it's literally just NFL's Sunday Ticket.
And how how they allow
and then
that
I can
not
just
to
pay
have its
them,
own thing is ridiculous.
And I can just pay them directly or make it part of another streaming service I already have. But this, like, I've been having to use, like, my dad went back to college and I've been using his, like, college email.
His DirecTV login.
He doesn't have DirecTV. If you're a college student, you can get it for streaming. Other than that,
get what? DirecTV or
it's Sunday Ticket.
Oh,
if you're a college student, or if for whatever reason DirecTV is not available in your area, you can just pay for this in a Sunday Ticket streaming.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to go through the cable company.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But again, back to the streaming is with Disney Plus, and again, Warner Brothers is still running behind the tape.
They need a Kevin Feige. I don't know who it's going to be.
Disney Plus announced 2 years ago that they were going to run TV shows.
Yeah. Warner
Brothers is now in the middle of Disney running TV shows, and they've got one show. What? They got what?
They had Titans. They have Doom Patrol.
Okay, Titans has failed. Doom Patrol no one gives a shit about.
They have like a hardcore fan base.
Really?
We just haven't watched it.
Oh, I've never. I don't. It just looks weird.
It does look weird. And you forget who started the superhero TV show, CW. And guess who's trying to sell the CW? And it's who is going to hopefully end up at HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah. So they did a TV connected universe. DC is also like, what kills them is like they straight up said like, we can't keep a continuity together for a movie series. Everything like the CW network is its own universe. Like they're completely fine having a multiverse.
Is the Titans in the CW multiverse?
I hope not. I don't think so. I don't know. I never watched it. But
what is Titans even on? CW?
No, it
No,
was
no. It came out.
it
on
was
the,
part of that DC universe, and then
that failed.
and then Warner Brothers was like, "Well, no, it was
No, that's
doing
right.
fine."
It was doing fine.
Because
but then
apparently that
HBO
Swamp Show thing was awesome.
Swamp Show, Swamp
Swamp
Thing.
Thing.
Oh, I
did
didn't
a
think
show
they
for
actually
that.
aired it.
Oh, they had like, I think they got like 8 of the 10 episodes done or something, and then HBO Max was announced, and they were like, or no, I think they got the first season done, and then it was like a lot of people loved it, and it was good, and then HBO Max got announced, and we're like, actually, we're gonna need all that content for this,
Right.
and then people higher up at Warner Brothers said, we're not spending, because they built an actual fucking swamp.
That's right.
And we're
Okay,
keeping
yes.
it in a warehouse, because you
Yes.
can't just like,
Let it out in the wild.
it'd be easier to keep it in storage and just keep it as is, looking like a swamp, than it would be to tear it down and rebuild a new
Like
one
a
for
zoo.
season 2.
Yeah.
And so some higher up was like, oh yeah, we're not fucking doing that. That's way too expensive.
God.
But yeah, no. And
They
unless you
need-
give everything to James Gunn, who I like James Gunn. He's done movies, has some questionable tweets.
Everybody's got questionable tweets.
Yeah,
but
don't
you
look at ours.
You can't kick people away just because of what they say, or we wouldn't have nobody in this fucking world. Okay, not everybody. You can kick most. So there's a group,
Sometimes.
but you know what I mean.
Sometimes people shouldn't give me given a microphone, especially in 1930s Germany. Thank God he didn't have a podcast.
Oof.
But that got strangely
That
dark.
way, yeah.
But no. I don't even remember my point.
Talking about Feige and Gunn and
I like James Gunn, but there is definitely a certain tone and the motifs, and like all of his movies are like, there's gonna be funny, there's gonna be a little bit of raunchy humor, and it's usually like a goofy group that no one expects to be like awesome, and actually he makes them awesome somehow, and stuff like that. And I like James Gunn. He could probably do a Justice League, but I don't want to see Guardians of the Galaxy or Suicide Squad just with the Justice League characters.
Right, just duplicating.
Now you give me the Russos, let them have the Justice League.
Let them
That'd
have
be
it.
fucking awesome.
But I don't think DC can duplicate with Feige and
whoever is running their animated series
needs to run.
Give them the job,
because the animated series
that's been hitting for years now.
Young Justice is back now.
Young
Still haven't watched
Justice
that
is,
yet,
even
but
though some people still don't think the newer seasons are as good. But it was, when it was on Cartoon Network, it was good. Batman the animated series, Superman animated series, Justice League animated series.
Yeah.
The
DC
all
movies, the DC animated
all the animated
movies.
movies are fucking good,
Yeah.
and somewhat tied in. Fucking A, give it to whoever's been writing and coordinating all those.
But it's I love the DC universe, and
Best villains
it's
in
Flash,
the game by
Green
sure.
Lantern, Joker, Sinestro, some of the greatest heroes and villains, and yet they can't. Just Warner Brothers and all just can't
Too
get
many
their
cooks in the
live
pot.
action stuff
Yeah.
contained and moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where Marvel with Feige and them took the reins and said, "Look, we're going to trust that you do well.
We're gonna make an awesome Iron Man
And if
movie.
you fail,
and if that goes,
it all fails."
Yeah. But I don't know. They need a Feige kind of guy, and I don't know. Give it to Disney for one man with a dream and complete obsession, and give them all the money in the world and see what happens.
Hey, that's how Walt Disney did it all.
Yeah, I know. But
Any last comments?
no, I think I've ranted and talked about stuff. I like how we talked about going longer. We've gone over in a combined 2 minutes for these episodes, but it'll be all right. Having a good time. Next week, we finally made it a continuous. We're doing Saga Volume 4.
Now, question for next week. There are 9 total Saga volumes. If we continued Saga all the way out, we would end in June.
Isn't it?
And it's over.
Isn't it like currently still running though?
Not with what this saga's running. This saga stopped at issue 55. Now, if Saga restarted, I don't know if it's under a new like Star
knew there
Wars
at
does
one
2020
point yeah.
to whatever.
I knew at some point they said they took a break, and I don't know if they ever came back.
But you know how Star Wars does the chunks at a time. I don't know if this is one chunk, but there are 9 volumes.
I mean, I guess we'll have to see how these numbers go.
Come on, man! You couldn't make it.
We've also ordered lights.
Yeah, we'll fix the issue.
But we've ordered lights for our spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Or his spare bedroom. I don't want people to think we're together. But yeah, Saga next week. We'll see y'all then.
Bye.
Bye.